Alright, what's going on everyone? So Call of Duty has been released for almost a week now, and perhaps you're still wondering, what gun should I use? Because quite frankly, with the whole armory system, it gets really confusing. And if you're still searching for that one gun that really clicks for you inside your head, I think I found it. Yes, I think I did find it, and that gun is the Bas-B. And if you can't tell, it's pretty damn good. And the best part is, you can unlock it by just reaching level 17, and you don't need to unlock it through the armory. Hooray! Alright, real quick, I worked super hard in this video, guys, especially when it comes to the class loadout section, so stick around. I went pretty in depth on that. You won't want to miss it, and I promise it'll be worth your time. Alright, thanks guys. Alright, more importantly, let's actually talk about the gun now, why I think it's actually really good. So for some pros, I don't think it really has any recoil. Okay, maybe a little bit, but not a big deal. It can shoot long range, and to me personally, I don't even think you need to hit that many shots or bullets in general to kill someone compared to something like the MCW. So all in all, I think this gun's a laser. The bullets just feel heavy, you kill quickly, and it's just awesome. But the one drawback that I'm seeing so far, which you've probably noticed, is the magazine size. It's only 20 bullets. Chances are you only have room for about 2 kills with each mag, maybe 3 if you're really good. And its reload time isn't terrible, so it's not too bad of a drop off in a 6v6 game mode. Plain and simple, hit your shots and you'll probably love this gun. So now you guys are probably wondering, okay, well, what's the class, Crow Show? Alright, I got you. The class? Here's the class. Yeah, that's literally it. Nothing. But you guys probably wouldn't take that for an answer, right? So I'm going to walk you through the attachments I use at level 24. I'm going to give you some recommendations, and I'll tell you why I don't use certain things. All right, so for the muzzle, I recommend the Hull Breach KL, and the reason for that is this gun's got a small mag, right? 20 bullets, and sometimes you run out of bullets, obviously, and there's someone right next to you. If you had this increased melee damage, it does help, I swear. But if you didn't want to use that, you can just use a suppressor. I think that's fine. The rest of these, I'm not a fan of because ADS speed, sprint to fire speed, damage range, you know, all that stuff, the cons, it's just not worth it. Not worth it, right? Because the base stats are already so good on this gun. We don't really want to decrease anything if we don't have to. All right, for the barrel, I like the Bruin Venom. Now I'm going to contradict myself a tiny bit here, right? You see sprint to fire speed in the cons, but the main reason is because the trade-off that we get for increased range and recoil control is very good. And especially, guys, this is an assault rifle. It's not a submachine gun. You shouldn't be kind of running into... What? I'm out here just trying to record a video, man. All right, my apologies. I was rudely interrupted. But regardless, right? This is an AR. You guys shouldn't be sprinting around corners. You can slide cancel, do all that sort of stuff, right? But this is a gun where you're supposed to play slower, head glitch, all that good stuff. So reducing sprint to fire speed is okay. Go use a submachine gun if you want to go do that stuff. But I don't use the other barrels because ADS speed and bullet velocity and range, we don't want to touch range and velocity, to be honest. And then this one I actually don't use because if you look at the one I'm currently using, I think the trade-offs are better because we get more recoil control from the Bruin barrel. So use the Bruin barrel. Now for the laser, I like the OLV laser simply because we get aiming stability, ADS speed, and sprint to fire speed. All good stuff. Yes, I put sprint to fire speed back up just in case, but also aiming stability, ADS speed in general is always good. And then in comparison to the other lasers, honestly, I think this one's the best because of the trade-offs that we get. A lot of the stuff is like tack, stance spread, aiming stability is fine. You could definitely use this one because this is just a flat-out positive increase, so you could do that if you wanted. This one is just about the same thing, just a little bit better, but the one that we're using, it just has increased sprint to fire speed, so you would use that one over the LAZ44. And then for the canted laser, honestly, I wouldn't use it solely because the one we're using is just better, right? It's just better. And then for this one, we do not care about hip recoil stuff or hip fire spread just because it's an assault rifle. We don't care. And then same thing for this, hip fire stuff. And then again, hip fire stuff. We don't care. We don't care. Again, hip fire stuff. We don't care. Now, if you want to put an optic on your gun, that is completely up to you guys. Honestly, I use the reflector sight. I like that sight, but it just didn't feel good on this gun, to be honest. I really love the iron sight, so that's up to preference. And actually, I just took a look at the stocks again, and honestly, I think I love this one. The Ravage 20 is great. We get some awesome recoil control here at the expense of some hip fire, tack stance, a little bit of sprint to fire speed, and sprint speed. I think that's a very good trade-off. The other ones, like the Ravage, we lose too much recoil control there. Let's see, the Bruin one. This one's okay, but I would take the much larger recoil control in comparison, to be honest. We're definitely not using the no stock, I'll tell you that. We are not sacrificing 40% of our recoil control for that. And then honestly, this one doesn't really offer anything just because we don't care about hip fire. It's literally just a waste of an attachment slot. Now for the rear grip, this is a little bit of a hot take. You could use this STT-881 because honestly, the recoil control is a great bonus. But I actually did try this grip and I did not like it because the aiming idle sway, it didn't work well for me. Because this gun is great, it kind of gives you that sticky feeling when you're shooting people. When you get that aiming idle sway, it's not nice. It's not nice. So I don't recommend this one, to be honest. Now for the magazine, this one is totally up to you guys. 30 rounds and 45 rounds. Definitely don't use the 45 rounds. It is not worth losing all mobility. Increase the reload speed by 33%. ADS speed down almost 14%. Not worth. Now maybe you could use the 30 round mag, but honestly, I don't like the trade-offs for it. For just 10 extra bullets, that's 1 extra kill. If you want, like I said earlier, just use the melee or just switch to your secondaries. Like I highly recommend using the knife or like Renetti Akimbos. I don't think this is worth an attachment slot. For the ammunition, the only one I would possibly recommend is target flinch because it's plus 80%, but I don't think it's worth it, to be honest. I don't think ammunition's really ever worth it as an attachment slot. And lastly, guys, so for our underbarrel, I chose the Shark Fin 90 because it improves our aiming idle sway. So as I just talked about, it really gives you that sticky feeling when you're locking onto people. I'm sure you kind of understand that and saw that when you watched the gameplay. Now for the rest of these, honestly, it's up to you. They're kind of up in the air for me. Like this one's okay, but 4% is not a whole lot for attachment slot. And then continuing forward, this is only like 1.3 at the expense of mobility, 2.6, 1.3. But this is just a flat out decreases aiming idle sway. And then this is just for hip fire, not great. X10, not great. Not great. Okay, this one, the Kimura, might be decent. If you've watched this far, thank you guys so much. I do this all by myself. Thumbnails, editing, commentary, all that sort of stuff. So if this video helped you, drop a like, consider subscribing. I work very hard for you guys. I hope this helped you. And as a side note, if you guys hate skill-based matchmaking like I do, you guys should watch this video. But regardless, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!